and I'm going to be presenting the project for week number 10, hyperelasticity, strain energy for the class Advanced Structural Mechanics. So the task for this week, we going to have to define a displacement field on our body, which for the last few weeks having an hourglass. We are going to have to compute the displacement gradient tensor, define the material properties for C and V. We are going to compute stress tensor field. We are going to compute the strain density and verify the strain energy stored in one part of our body using that equation. To define the displacement of the field, I chose this displacement right here. Then we are going to compute the displacement gradient, which is this one over here. Then we're going to compute linearized strain tensor. And finally, we're going to compute Cauchy stress tensor. Is this one expressed over here. After that, we're going to have to assume the material properties. I kept it the same as the professor. The Young models to be 200 times 10 to the 7, and the Poisson radius 0.3, and the energy 10 to the -4. The radius is 1.5, the height is 4, and the length is 1. Then we are going to compute the strain energy density, and it's this one over here. And then we're going to use the total energy, the strain energy, to calculate one of my body parts. Cylinder 1 is part body 1, cylinder 2 is part body 2. This cone is part 3, and part 4 is this cone over here. And for that, I'm going to use this program. Once I plug everything on my equation, I'm going to get 4.42562. The reason it is not as big is because I couldn't plug 2 times 10 to the 9th because it wouldn't work. So once I got this value, I just multiplied by 10 to the 9th, and I got the same value as my lab said. I also want to that 10 to the 9th is this over here is the Young modulus. I only put 2 on the equation, and then I kept 2 to the 9th, 7, 8, 9. I multiplied the final answer, and I got the same value. I want to prove that my program works, so I'm going to run it, and I'm going to get the form shaped, and I'm also going to get the volume and the strain for all of my bodies, and the total volume and total strain for my whole body. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week.